The Janahal protest, emerging from the tragic circumstances in the Banu Janahal district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pakistan, is a poignant instance of community grief transforming into a public outcry for justice. This episode began on March 20, 2021, with the discovery of 4 teenagers, Ahmadullah, Muhammad Rahim, Razamallah, and Atifullah, whose lives were abruptly ended. These young individuals had disappeared 3 weeks earlier under the guise of a simple hunting expedition, leaving their families in despair and uncertainty. The delayed response from law enforcement to officially acknowledge and investigate their disappearance exacerbated the families' anguish. It was only after the bodies were found that formal proceedings commenced, spotlighting systemic issues in handling such sensitive cases. The community's reaction was a fervent refusal to perform the burial rites for the victims, a traditional and symbolic gesture of protest, underscoring their demand for immediate and tangible justice against the perpetrators. The collective grief of the Janahal community translated into a determined march towards Islamabad, carrying the coffins of the deceased. This march was not just a plea for justice for the victims, but a broader denouncement of the prevailing insecurity and violence that had plagued their lives. The protesters encountered resistance from the police, who employed roadblocks and tear gas to halt their progress, a confrontation that only highlighted the depth of the community's resolve. Amidst negotiations and promises of a high-level investigation by governmental authorities, the protest underscored a critical dialogue about the responsibilities of the state towards its citizens, especially in regions torn by conflict and violence. The financial compensation promised to the victims' families, while a gesture towards acknowledgement, left unanswered the larger questions of accountability and the prevention of future tragedies. The Janahal protest stands as a testament to a community's fight for justice and peace, reflecting the broader challenges faced by Pakistan in reconciling the demands of security with the rights and dignity of its people. It raises significant questions about governance, the rule of law, and the mechanisms of justice in addressing the grievances of those affected by violence and loss.